So we're going to talk a little bit about reviews, and this is what the consumer says in terms of when they read the reviews about you or about the competitor or about anything that has a positive experience is, makes a bigger factor with it. They're less concerned with, is it long and detailed? Like, is it taking forever? Obviously, high star rating matters. And then the other one is business owner responds. Have you guys all responded to your reviews? And given a legitimate answer, like, thank you, I'm glad you purchased this house. It was a great pleasure. Explaining what happened in Boca Raton.
Well, and the other thing is, guys, take it offline. Okay, so if there's a bad review and and you look in your database and that person's not in your database, we were talking to my brother and we asked him, so do you look at the way people respond? Because we know how we do it, right? So do you look at the way, if you get a bad review, do you decide to use the business or not? And he's like, well, I read what the review says. Or I said, do you read how the owner or whoever responds to it? Absolutely. I said, well, if the review is bad and the owner kind of responds defensive, he goes, oh no, don't do that. I'm not gonna, how somebody responds to the review, you definitely look at it. So, oh, Kristin, I don't see you in the database. I'm so sorry. I'd love to discuss this more with you. Please contact me at whatever, or message me or whatever it is, and take it offline. But don't be defensive, even if they're not in your database. Like, it's how you respond. Don't leave negative reviews. You've got to respond to them. But it's how you respond to them. I always look myself at how somebody responds to a review. And I also click on the person that's giving the review, because I want to see if they have given all these people bad reviews. I want to see how many reviews they've given. So the person who's given the review, if they gave a bad review, the first thing I look at, is it consistent issue with whatever business? If it's not, if they just give like a 1 star and they don't have any information after that, I blow it off, because I'm like, what, you're gonna give somebody a 1 star review and you're not even gonna say anything about it? Like, how am I gonna, is that legit, right? That's how I kind of look at it. But then, if it's a bad review, I'll click on the person that gave it to see how many, because a lot of these people, that's all they do is give bad reviews to people. And so I literally, this is the process from me on how I decide on if I believe that review or not. What I found is that a lot of other people, now I'm analytical, which a lot of you guys know, do it the same way. They go and they do that same type of process. Right? So, and they definitely look at how did the owner or whoever respond to it. So anyways, reviews are huge, as everybody knows here. Make sure you're responding to them, and make sure that you're responding to every single review.
Yeah, the good thing we were talking about this, because we brought it up, is we were asking our brother, because he's in Irvine, in 6 months or whatever, he's looking at a new place. I said, so what do you do? He goes, well, I made the mistake of one time I clicked the button on either Zillow or Realtor.com and I got bombarded. And he's like, I'm never doing that again. And so now he'll figure out who the listing agent is and go to Google and find them and then call them. So if he has a question. So that doesn't show you, so he's looking you up. He's going, even though the lead source, quote unquote, didn't come from Google, it's got to be there.
It's the converter, and he looks at it. So I just thought that was interesting, because we just asked him, what's your process? He doesn't want all the bombarding coming from Zillow or Realtor.com, so he goes to Google and he looks for that person to get because he's just looking, right? He's not hiring a realtor right this second. He doesn't want to be, but he is definitely going to Google to look to see, and that's how the conversion's happening. I thought that was very interesting, that's the response, because he doesn't like that all these people don't know nothing about the house because they're not the actual list. Anyways, it's just, it's interesting.
So some things, people always ask, where should they put their address? Use your home address if you're just a regular real estate agent, because I'm sure your brokerage has one and you don't want to be on top of them. So you just make it a service area business.
If you're not a broker.
Yeah, they'll hide your address. So that's pretty much it. If you use the same address, it can damage, it just affects both of you.